What is going on, guys? Back with another video, dropping another tier list. It's been a while since I've done this. Today I'm going to be doing an AI tier list, guys, and there's around 40 different AI projects here. Of course, I would not be able to do every single AI project, guys, because it would take a very long time. So I'm going to try and rush through this, and please remember, guys, this is just my own opinion. If I put one of your projects in something which you don't think it deserves, then please don't be offended. It's just my opinion. You know, everyone has their own opinion. So I've got about 40 different projects here. Let's get into it. So first on the list, we have Bittensor Tau, which is, a project which is one of the biggest AI projects in this space, an open source protocol. And basically, in terms of where this can go, 4 billion market cap. In terms of gains, for me, this is, I would say, between a 5 to 10x. I'm going to put it in 10x because I think this has the potential to hit around 40 billion, but I don't think it can go much higher than that. Next on the list, we have Chain GPT, which is a launch pad. They offer various tools, AI tools, different NFT generators, chatbots, and the good thing about this is you can get in on other projects with a launch pad. Currently sat at around 90 million in market cap, and I do believe this has potential to hit anywhere from a couple billion to potentially 3 billion in market cap. So I'm going to put this as a 20 to 30x. I think it's a solid pick for a good AI project. Next on the list, we have Graph, which is an old coin. It's a high cap, currently sat around 2 billion in market cap. In my opinion, guys, I think in terms of how wide the space is in AI, for me, this isn't worth it. Potentially, it could give you a 5x. I don't think it'll give you a 10x, but for me, I think there's better investments. So it's going to go in the not worth it category. Next on the list, Singularity DAO. Of course, we had the merger with Fetch AI, Ocean Protocol, and AGIX. This was a governance token for AGIX, and in terms of investing in it, guys, I just don't think it's worth it. Can potentially maybe give you a 10x, but for me, there is far better options on this list. Next on the list, we have AGI, which is again a very promising AI project. In terms of different AI powered bots, they are doing a lot, different use cases, a lot of funding, good partnerships with Microsoft and other big institutions who will partner with this project. And in terms of Lucy, their AI bot, I think it's quite a good product, working product. Currently sat at around 200 million in market cap. For me, this still has pump potential. I would say this can potentially 20x, so it's going to go in the 20x category. Next on the list, we have the major artificial superintelligence alliance. So in terms of returns, guys, this is again around Tau's market cap, around 4 billion in market cap. For me, 5 to 10x, but I'm going to put this as a 5x, guys. I just, if you're looking for a lot of returns, I don't think it's worth it, in my opinion. I think there's better gains out there, but it's a very safe play, which, can potentially give you 5 to 10x. Next on the list, we have EOS Network, which is within DeepIn, Web3, streaming, also storage. Because of the market cap, guys, I think there's better options here. It can probably still give you a 10x, but I think there's better options in there for DeepIn and storage narrative. Next on the list, AIT Protocol, basically involved in Web3 data infrastructure, training of different AI models. They also run a subnet on Bittensor network, which is called Einstein. And this is quite a low cap. This is sat around 30 million in market cap. I think it has potential. I'm going to put this as 10x, but it could easily do a 20x in my opinion. but again, guys, I like to be conservative. Next on the list, guys, we have a secret coin, which I will drop a video on soon. It might be a few weeks, it might be a few months. This is a project which is a microcap, which I believe has 50 to 100x potential. And stick around, subscribe to the channel, and I will drop this soon. I also have another one which I think can potentially do even more gains, but this is a solid project which I think is heavily undervalued. Next on the list, we have ARC, involved within Web3 and AI advancements, different tools where you can basically build different contracts. They also offer graphical interfaces. So, good project, small market cap. I think this can potentially 10 to 20x. I'm going to put this as a 20x because I do believe they have potential to attract different businesses and, you know, big institutes which have a lot of money towards this project. But I don't think it'll give you 50x, but it's a decent project. Next on the list, we have 0x0, which is basically again involved within privacy. They offer different data safety tools within DeFi. But guys, again, I just don't really see this as a hot narrative. Can probably around 10x, I would say. It is, you know, sat around, I think, 100 odd million in market cap. I'll put this in 10x, but there are much better options out there. Next on the list, we have Chirply. This is a unique project, quite different to other AI projects. They are involved within the micro influencer space and marketing space. So if you want to run campaigns, if you are a small influencer, they have different tools which you can basically create adverts, and also there's good token utility with this. The main thing with this, guys, it is sat around 2 million in market cap. I believe this has 50 to 100x potential, so that's where I would put it. Next on the list, we have Claw AI. Now, this is a good project, guys. This is a project which I think is still under the radar. Very good project in terms of GPU rendering, different training, and you can also mine through this as well. And also, they are actually a registered company within Europe, I believe, Czech Republic, if I'm correct. I think this has a lot of potential. I'm going to put this as a 20x. I think it could potentially hit 500 to potentially a billion in market cap. 20, probably a 20x, but it could go higher. AI Tech, another very strong project, guys. This is involved within computing performance, high performance computing power. They have built their own unit within Romania, which helps to stop outsourcing power to the US and keep it within Europe. This is a project which has real world use case, and it's currently sat around 100 million in market cap. For me, this could potentially 30x. So I'm going to put this slightly above Chain GPT. In terms of AGI, it's smaller in market cap than AGI, so I think it has more upside. So it's a very good project in my opinion. Next on the list, we have DexCheck. This is a micro cap or low cap coin which offers various tools, Launchpad, a lot of different trading tools where you can do checks on different projects. I like this project a lot, and it was also incubated through Chain GPT. Because of the market cap, because of the developments, I believe this could potentially 30x. So I'm going to put it as a 30x. And next on the list, guys, Trias. This is a project which a lot of people caused fear with in terms of the NetX mainnet launch. I think this is sleeping under the radar. It is also undervalued in my opinion, currently sat around 40 to 50 million in market cap. My opinion, guys, this could potentially hit anywhere from 2 to potentially 5 billion in market cap, but be more conservative. I would say potentially 2 billion. For me, this is another coin which I think has 30x potential. I would put it just above AI Tech. Very solid project, and a lot of people are sleeping on this project. Next on the list, we have Blender, guys. I am not the biggest fan of Blender, I have to be honest. I see quite a lot of price manipulation with this chart. Um, a lot of selling pressure, and then it'll just shoot up and then it'll come back down. And I just think there's better projects that you can invest in, guys. But it probably will pump. It'll probably pump. Influencers will probably pump this. But for me, I just don't think it's worth the risk, guys. Next on the list, we have Neural AI. This is involved within 3D imaging and helping people upgrade from 2D to 3D. Useful for game developers who want to upgrade their game, and also AAA game developers. 40 million in market cap, but again, it is quite a unique, use case. 3D creation. Is it a hot narrative that's going to get retail excited? Probably not too much. Probably a 10x for me. Next on the list, we have Open Fabric. Again, they offer different applications, different AI apps, different things that you can use to play on, but they do need to release more apps. A lot of it is incomplete, but if they do release more apps, because this is a low cap, this could potentially 20x in my opinion. But again, I think there's better projects, but it probably can 20x in my opinion. Next on the list, we have Cambria. This is an old project, heavily manipulated in price. For me, this is not worth it. You will just get rugged, in my opinion, on this project. Next on the list, we have ALI, Artificial Liquid Intelligence. Again, guys, this is a project which, I just think there's a lot of competition within this. Generative AI, it's not very hot at the minute. People can just utilize free platforms. So for me, I just don't think this is worth it either. But again, pretty much everything will pump, and also it's 100 million in market cap. If you're looking at 100 million in market cap, you're better off going for AI tech. You're better off going for pretty much any of these, in my opinion. Next on the list, GraphLink, the no code blockchain, massive project, huge potential in my opinion. One of my most bullish AI picks, huge amount of developments, different chatbots integrated into the graph. You can utilize different price targets for Ethereum on different centralized exchanges. It's a very good concept, and also I think it's undervalued at around 27 million in market cap. For me, this could 20 to 30x. I'm going to put this as a 30x because I think it is still heavily undervalued. Next on the list is Octaspace. They are involved within cloud infrastructure, variety of different projects on this. Cloud storage is not the most exciting narrative, but they also offer different things such as decentralized VPNs, processing data. You can also utilize, different options for gaming, for IoT as well. You can also stake this as well, but again, I think there's better options. 50 million in market cap. I think this could potentially 20x. Billion, I think around a billion in market cap. So I would put it as around 10 to 20x. I'll put it in the lower tier of 20x. Next on the list, Spectral, involved in simplifying the creation of decentralized apps and agents. But for me, again, 100 million in market cap, and I just don't think it's as good as some of the other picks in here. But it'll probably pump. But I've got a much more conviction in these projects up here. Next on the list, we have TokenFi. Now, this is mainly an RWA pick, but they are implementing generative AI into it. So you could classify this as also an AI project, partly. In terms of where it can go, this is mainly for RWA guys. So, if you want AI projects, then I would probably not invest in this as an AI project because, it's not really hitting that much use case in terms of generative AI. But as an RWA pick, it's decent, but I'll make a tier list on RWA another day. Matrix AI, this is an old project. I just think there's better projects that you can get into. So yeah. Next on the list we have Mind. This was Morpheus Labs. They basically rebranded as Mind. Heavy price manipulation, and I just don't have confidence in this project. I would avoid it. Next on the list, guys, is Cubic. This is a project which I think is heavily under the radar. Massive community, a layer one with a useful proof of work consensus, and also the main thing here is how they can mine and train AI. So it's unique because it's a layer one which is implementing AI into it. I think this has huge potential. I would say 20 to 30x. I would put it somewhere in the middle. I do like this a lot. I do need to do more research on it, guys, but what I see, I like. Near Protocol, again, a massive project, currently sat around 6 to 7 billion in market cap. Look, guys, this is going to give you probably a 5x. You're going to get better gains elsewhere. Next on the list, the Netmind token, involved within machine learning and AI. Very good for different researchers and also software developers. For me, this is again 100 million market cap. For me, this is a 10x in my opinion. I just think there's better picks out there for more gains. Next on the list, we have Nuclei, which is a micro cap. You could classify it as. For me, guys, this is more of a risky play. They're involved in data infrastructure. They have a marketplace where you can basically buy different data sources. But for me, guys, I just think this is risky, and I personally wouldn't invest in it, guys, because the price sort of manipulation on this is not the best, and it's just risky in my opinion. And I think there's better picks for microcaps out there. Next on the list is Numerai, which is again another project involved in machine learning. They're looking to basically improve different machine learning capabilities. Also, decent funding in here as well, and strong backing. Again, around 120 million in market cap. For me, this will probably give you 10x. Next on the list, you can't probably see it on this chart, but it's Chain, and I do quite like this project. They are involved in AI, data oracle, and also a layer one, and they have quite a wide variety of different ecosystems, different data hubs, AI marketplace, also into the NFT space once that warms up again. So as a data oracle, I think this has decent potential, around 100 million in market cap. I would say this could potentially 10 to 20x. I'll put it towards the higher tier here. I'll probably put Tau a bit lower because it's around 4 billion in market cap. Next on the list, we have PAL AI, basically involved within AI and helping to improve insights in AI. They're also involved in different tools to improve learning, machine learning, learning technologies, image recognition, decision making, that sort of stuff. Could have quite a strong use case going forward. But the market cap is pretty high, around 200 million, I believe. So for me, this is probably a 5 to 10x. I'll put it as a 5x, but it probably can do 5 to 10x in my opinion. But I think there's better picks out there. File Network, basically for me, another AI agent, smart contract. But for me, guys, I don't really see a lot of hype around this project. It's also 100 million in market cap. So for me, I just don't think it's worth it. I think there's better picks. Render, if you're looking for a very safe project, which I still believe can potentially give you a 10, maybe even a 20x, I think this has huge potential still, even though it's pumped a lot. GPU rendering is very important. They also have partnerships with Apple and a lot of other big companies. And in my opinion, this is only going to increase in the future. For me, this is probably a 10 to 20x. I will put it as a 10x because it's around 3.5 billion, but it could even 20x in my opinion. Sorry for the coughing, guys. Next on the list, we have TARS AI, another AI infrastructure project, which is also backed by the Solana Foundation. Now, for me, this is a USP for this project. Solana is hot, and having backing from the foundation, even if people, speculate on it, I still believe this could pump around 50 million market cap. For me, I would say 20 to 30x, somewhere in the middle, I'll put it. Now, coming on to one of my favorite AI picks, AI deep in storage narrative. Very important in my opinion. Huge partnerships with Dell, with Lenovo, with Tencent and Seagate. They operate nodes, around 30,000 nodes worldwide, and they are much cheaper in terms of storage, faster than competition. And they are also implementing a computing network into this, which, in my opinion, will pump this project heavily. This is sat around 15 million in market cap, guys. For me, this has potential to 50x, even 100x in my opinion. I'll put it as a 50x to be more conservative, but it could easily go higher in my opinion. Next on the list, we have Checkdot. This is within insurance. Insurance narrative, of course, is not exciting, but they are implementing AI into this as well. They also allow you to scan different contracts for risk. For me, guys, this is around 1 million market cap, very high risk, but I still believe this can 50 to 100x. As soon as eyes come back on this project, I believe it will have a massive pump. Next on the list, we have Dynex, involved in quantum computing, proof of work as well. For me, this is a decent project, guys. It gets a bit of hate from some people. 40 million in market cap. For me, I would say 10x. I'm just going to put it as 10x. Another project which gets a bit of stick is Viot. Again, another project which is under the radar. This pumped massively around 2 years ago, but they are now getting involved within decentralized law. They also have regulation within Malta, and they are looking to gain additional regulation within European markets. For me, this is a unique project. Around 20 million in market cap. For me, this can 20 to 30x. I'll put it probably around here. Next on the list, we have Palm AI, involved in Google as well, AI chatbot. But for me, I just don't really see a lot of hype around this in terms of retail. For me, it's not worth it. I think there's better picks. And last on the list, we have another microcap AI project, which I will reveal in my own time whenever I feel like dropping it. This, again, I would say has 100x potential. Microcap project, strong team, strong token utility, and under the radar, guys. So these two tokens here, I will reveal soon. Please subscribe, and don't forget to drop a like, and I will show you those projects. So yeah, guys, around 40 different projects. Again, I went through that very fast. I didn't really go into depth on the projects, but this is my own opinion, guys. If you disagree with me, that's fine, because everyone has their own opinion. But if you think I've missed any big AI projects which you think have huge potential, drop them down below, and also drop what sort of price targets you think they can hit. And don't forget to drop a subscribe and a like, guys, and I will see you soon for my next video, guys. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.